Well, our top story now. Crowding at places popular with tourists amid the pandemic is raising concerns among health experts with the government, especially with the possibility of a third wave of COVID. The Prime Minister said during a meeting yesterday that such images should strike fear, while the Health Ministry today warned that all the gains in recent weeks would be lost if people became careless.
Crowds in Shimla. Exactly the sort of scenes the Prime Minister says should strike fear.
इस टाइप का कोई भी बिहेवियर इज इट नॉट एन ओपन इन्विटेशन फॉर वायरस टू इन्फेक्ट अस? हमें सबको फिर भी यह समझने की जरूरत है कि हम अभी भी सेकेंड वेव पूरी नहीं हुई है, हम अभी भी सेकेंड वेव से डील कर रहे हैं.
Officials call this an invitation for the virus to spread. But after this video of Mussoories Kempty Falls went viral, the number of visitors was limited to 50 per half an hour. However, crowds continue elsewhere. Here in Himachal Pradesh, no restrictions have been imposed despite continuous arrival of tourists.
कि हमने करीब 5 करोड़ से ऊपर फाइन मास्क का किया है. ये एडवाइजरी या क्वेश्चनरी है, तो इसके द्वारा हम ये कहना चाहते हैं अगर आप नहीं करोगे तो आपका फाइन भी हो सकता है.
Now even tourists who are coming to Himachal are acknowledging that with huge influx, it's time some restrictions should be imposed.
सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग और मास्क के अलावा कोई विकल्प नहीं है और अगर वैक्सीनेशन करा लें तो अच्छा है.
The state government has allowed tourists in without a COVID negative report. Tourism is a big revenue source.
पर्यटक जो जितने भी आ रहे हैं बाहर से, क्या पता कोई संक्रमित पर्यटक बाहर से ना आए. कि ये जो आपने कोविड के टेस्ट की जो बात करी, ये जो पिछले काफ़ी समय से चल रहा था, ये तो आउट ऑफ स्टेट जितने भी टूरिस्ट हमारे आ रहे हैं होना चाहिए मेरे ख्याल से.
The tourism and hospitality sector in Himachal Pradesh has taken a severe hit in the months of lockdown, but with increasing footfall of tourists in the state, the government will have to impose certain restrictions. With VD Sharma in Shimla, Mohammad Ghazali for NDTV.
But as the government warned careless tourists against crowding, the Uttarakhand government is now rethinking its decision to ban the Kavar Yatra this year, which is supposed to start from the 25th of July. The decision of the UP government to conduct the Kavar Yatra has put Uttarakhand government in a state of dilemma. The Yogi Adityanath, in fact, himself spoke with Chief Minister Dhami of Uttarakhand. Akshay Dongre reports.
On one hand, the centre is warning against crowds and the third wave. On the other, the Uttarakhand government is considering lifting the ban on Kavar Yatra in Haridwar. This follows UP's Chief Minister Adityanath asking his counterpart to allow the pilgrimage in which lakhs of people crisscross the northern states. He has in fact already announced that it will start on 25th of July.
जो कावड़ यात्रा है, कावड़ यात्रा चूँकि अनेकों राज्यों का उसमें जो है एक साथ होता है कि एक राज्य की यात्रा नहीं है, उसमें उत्तर प्रदेश का भी मामला है, हरियाणा का भी है और दिल्ली के भी है, तो हम उन राज्यों से भी बात करने वाले हैं. उसके बाद जो भी निर्णय होगा उसको निर्णय करेंगे.
Ironically, crowds at the Euro matches was linked to a spurt in UK's cases at the centre's health briefing today.
यूनाइटेड किंगडम में जब वहां पर यूरो 2020 फुटबॉल मैचेस हुए, उस समय पर पाया गया कि सडनली केसेस में एक वृद्धि नोट की गई.
Yet, when asked about the Kavar Yatra, they said events can be held as long as these are COVID safe.
गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया की तरफ से, यूनियन मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ हेल्थ की तरफ से जो गाइडलाइन दी जाती हैं, वह किसी विशेष वर्ग के लिए ना होते हुए एक क्लैरिटी होती है कि किस प्रोसेस को फॉलो करके हमें रिलैक्सेशन दी जानी चाहिए. जरूरी यह है कि जब हम कोई भी कार्य करें, इज इट गोइंग टू बी डन इन ए कोविड सेफ मैनर इज गोइंग टू बी द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट टास्क.
The Kumbh Mela saw an estimated 3 to 4 million people on the days of Shahi Snan travelling to Haridwar and back. This, along with election campaigns and festival, coincided with the rise in cases from about 25 to 30,000 in mid-March to over 2 lakh a day by mid-April. Both Uttarakhand and Uttar Pradesh have legislative elections next year, and that exactly is the reason that cancelling Kavar Yatra this year again can dent BJP's core vote base. But the question is whether politics is taking precedence over saving life once again like it happened during Mahakumbh. With camera person Ashok Mahale and colleague Saurabh Shukla, I'm Akshay Dongre for NDTV.
And a worrying development today, a key factor that epidemiologists track, the R number has touched 0.92. The danger mark is 1. Now, the reproduction factor is a measure of coronavirus's ability to spread, and R is the number of people that one infected person can infect. So above 1, it means cases will increase if no preventive measures are taken right now. The R factor had begun to drop sharply before India's COVID peak. The last time it was 0.92 was just a few days before COVID cases started rising into what then snowballed into the second wave. In February, though, the ascent was slower this time. This key factor is seeing a spike, which is a worrying sign. Now, the biggest defense against a third wave is to vaccinate people faster. But if we take a look at the numbers, India is 7 months behind target. We need 60% vaccinated by December 2021. But at the rate that we're currently going, we'll hit 60% only by July 2022. As per the projection based on current vaccination rates, during the last 7 days, only 30% will be vaccinated by the end of the year. So let's take a look now at the latest numbers on COVID, and 43,393 new cases were reported in 24 hours, and over 50% of those cases were from Maharashtra and Kerala. The cases are down by 5.45%. Deaths in that period were 911, up 11.5%. The tests conducted in 24 hours were 17,90,708. That's down over 5%. And the daily positivity rate is at 2.42%. Now, amid construction of over 1,500 oxygen plants across India that could support more than 4 lakh hospital beds, Prime Minister Narendra Modi today reviewed the progress of augmentation and availability of oxygen across the country. Officials briefed the Prime Minister about the progress of installation of pressure swing absorption oxygen plants. A release from the Prime Minister's office said, and the Prime Minister instructed officials to ensure that these plants are made functional at the earliest and to work closely with the state governments for that. Now for our special series on digital divide, which has left thousands of children behind in education. Here's a report from Maharashtra, where over 25,000 children have been impacted due to the digital divide, according to the government survey. But NGOs say the number could be much higher. Purva Chitnis reports.
In the last 1 year, during the pandemic, learning moved online, but digital access remained limited. Over 25,000 children in Maharashtra remained out of schools as per the State Education Department's preliminary survey. The impact of school closure is higher among vulnerable and poorer sections of the society.
We are right now in Jabhar, which is just about 100 kilometers from Mumbai. This is an Adivasi tribal area, and most of the people working here are laborers. And this is also a hilly area where mobile network is hard to come by.
Pallavi Govind is 15 years old. She just entered her 10th grade. She wants to become a nurse, but with her school shut, she now helps her mother with household work. She gets up early in the morning, fetches water, cooks food, works in the paddy field, washes utensils, things she normally would not have done if her school was open.
घरचं काम तर करायला वाटत नाही, शाळा शिकावंसं वाटतं, पण शाळा बंद असल्याने
शाळा सुरूच नाही झाली तर काय भीती वाटते?
आयुष्यभर घरचीच कामं करायची
नाही करायचं.
Shivanti Jangli has 3 children, all school going, but right now they work in the paddy fields. Shivanti wants to educate her children and is worried about their future.
आपले वेळ झालो ते पोरा तरी आता सुधारले पाहिजेत ना. ते पोरा पण आमचेच लेवलला आले, काय करणार? जे आम्ही शेती करली ती पोरान पण कराय आले, मग आता शाळाच बंद केली तर ती पोरा काय करणार आहेत?
Similarly, even Jagannath is worried. He has 2 sons, one is in the 4th standard and the other one in the 2nd standard.
मुलांना काय पहिले शिकवलेलं काहीच आठवत नाही, काय लिहिता वाचता सुद्धा काहीच नाही. म्हणजे रिचार्ज मारायचं म्हटल्यावर आता ह्या टायमाचं म्हणजे अशी परिस्थिती झालेली आहे की एक टायमाचं जेवायला नाही भेटणार, तर ते रिचार्ज कुठून मारायचं?
Because of the digital divide, many children from tribal areas of Maharashtra are unable to study online. The government says they are yet to complete the survey.
Education is every child's right. It took decades of efforts to get these children, especially those from the marginalized section, to go to the school. But now the condition is such that instead of picking up on books, these children are picking up on household chores. In Jawhar, with camera person Rajendra Dayalkar, this is Purva Chitnis for NDTV.
News now from Kerala, and while the state is seeing an increase in COVID cases, it's now reporting cases of the Zika virus, which is spread through mosquitoes. 14 cases of Zika virus have been confirmed in Kerala. The first case was of a 24-year-old pregnant woman. Now, a 6-member team has been sent to Kerala to help the state handle this crisis, and the cases that are emerging and symptoms of Zika virus infection are fever, skin rashes, conjunctivitis. The Supreme Court today refused to stop different courts from hearing challenges to the new IT rules which were introduced by the government in February. So a setback to the centre on that front. News publishers have challenged the rules in courts ranging from Madras to Kerala. And today the Kerala High Court said that no coercive action should be taken on broadcasters for now. The Supreme Court will hear the centre's plea on transferring all these cases on July 16th. A look now at the progress of the monsoon, and the monsoon is expected to reach Delhi by tomorrow. The monsoon is to cover the remaining areas of the country over this weekend. The deficit, however, has increased to 6%, with 18% deficit being reported in North India, 7% in central India. The areas of concern include Ladakh, which is seeing an 80% shortfall, Delhi 56%, Kerala 47%, Jammu and Kashmir 42%, while Punjab is seeing a 34% shortfall.